Welcome back to Homestand Sports NFL Edition. I'm your host, Sarah Sadwich, Jelani Goodridge, and Justin Pooney. And today Hi. Today we're going to be talking about the best of the seasons. We have a couple categories here. So we have best trade, best offseason addition, best news story, best game, best draft pick. But we'll start with the best trade. Go.
Gotta be Tyreek Hill, no?
Yeah, man.
Tyreek Hill goes from the Kansas City Chiefs to the Miami Dolphins in a shocking move. And it's paid off immediate dividends. Tyreek Hill has emerged as, the best. I think solidified himself as the best receiver in the NFL.
Arguable.
I think Justin Jefferson. Yeah, we get it.
Davante's still there, but it's arguable, obviously.
He's on pace to break, the single season record for receiving. Hit that 2,000-yard mark. And it's legitimized the Miami Dolphins to a playoff contending team. I definitely think Tyreek Hill's an acquisition trade from Kansas City to Miami. Now, they gave up a lot for him, and they paid him a boatload of money, but it's paid off.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at that Rodgers, losing his guy, Davante Adams. I think the Adams trade was a big trade. It kind of shook up the NFC if you look at it right now, because the Packers are supposed to be a real player. Now you're seeing their offense misses him. I get it, Christian Watson's coming up, but he's not Davante.
He's not Davante.
And on the other side of things, Vegas, it hasn't really worked in Vegas as of right now.
He's putting up big numbers.
He is, but the winning hasn't been there. And, he wanted to play with his guy, Derek Carr, who they played together at Fresno State. But I think that was definitely, aside from the Tyreek Hill deal, I think that was maybe the biggest deal of the offseason, no doubt.
Okay, we're going to move on to best offseason edition.
I like how Sarah glossed over the fact that her tight end traded A.J. Brown.
You got to mention that. A.J. Brown to the Eagles, they're now the number one seed.
I know, but I kind of like it for the Eagles. That's the problem with me.
See, there you go. That's Sarah.
That's the problem.
You lost your best
weapon
on the outside.
But I feel like, good job for the Eagles.
I will never say
I don't know if the main passion that I have is more CFL than NFL, and I don't know if I can have that same type of.
Well, imagine the Argos have a really good.
Imagine Curly Giddens Jr. gets traded to BC. Then how would you feel?
I would be sad.
And then Curly Giddens Jr. kills it in BC.
Yeah, I'd be sad. See? I'd be like, Curly's an Argo for life.
That is what's happened with this trade.
Yeah, maybe that'll happen to me over time. I'll kind of. Yeah.
Titans miss AJ.
Okay, best off-season edition, in your opinion.
Ooh.
For me,
Russell Wilson going to the Broncos for the Seahawks? No, I think there's been so many, man.
I say Von Miller.
Von Miller? Yeah, before he got hurt.
And the deal, I get it. When you look at the deal, it was 6 years, 120, right? So everyone's like, whoa.
The big
but he was playing really well before he went down. He looked like Denver Von, actually. Yeah. He was helping, and they wanted him to stop Mahomes, basically, and also Burrow, who's coming up. But I think now that he's gone, will they still win? I don't know. But I think if you're talking about free agency and how everything shook up, played out, I should say, it's definitely Von Miller in my opinion.
Yeah, Von.
There were a lot of deals, though.
There's so many trades and so much to look back on this year. I think that's one thing that might define this NFL season this year, 2022, the NFL, was player movement. And you're seeing more of the NBA-style deals and stuff like that.
It was definitely an NBA-type
NBA-type offseason. A lot of transaction, a lot of player movement, which we don't really see in the NFL, right? I will say this, though. My favorite acquisition was the first Denver Broncos first-round pick coming to the Seattle Seahawks. So thanks, Russ. Appreciate it.
Russ. Russ struggling.
Okay, category number 3, news story. What's the best news story that you guys think came across this season so far?
Probably Tom Brady's future, right? That might be the biggest one, right? Yeah. I think we all can agree, right?
It's a big one.
When he retired and the shock of that, and then it was kind of like, well, is he really gonna retire? I think. Let me ask you guys: when Tom Brady retired, did you actually think he was going to retire?
I thought he was done.
I did think he was done because they made such a big deal out of it, and it made sense. The timing.
It did. He was playing great. He could have won MVP maybe. He was on a high.
Yeah.
But literally the day after, not even, there were rumors of him unretiring. I know. It was so quick that
I went home for 2 seconds, said, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and I think that when I think with the NFL this year, that is the story because he's the GOAT. That's the story. And that's going to continue on in 2023. Is this his last year? Is he going to come back and play somewhere else? And I think Tom Brady, that's the biggest story.
Do you think he's coming back?
No. He can't. He looks bad.
I think he should retire.
I think this year, that's proven.
Do you think he's coming back, Sarah?
I don't think so. I don't think he should either. I think he should
Because
retire.
they're talking about Niners, maybe the Raiders.
Oh no.
Patriots, maybe?
No,
Jets have been named.
no.
Yeah,
It's-
no.
So I don't.
No.
Tom, you're the GOAT, but stop.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna go back actually to that Davante thing because the Aaron Rodgers situation. There was a lot of talk. You know, was he gonna retire? Maybe because they had that really disappointing loss in Green Bay.
They
you
had
know,
a
in
really
the
disappointing
divisional.
season.
They should have, in my opinion, went to the Super Bowl. But they fumbled in their own field. You know. In the divisional round. And then when you're talking about his relationship with Davante didn't know what to do because he didn't know, okay, is Aaron going to play still? Does he want to play here? Does he want to go to Denver? Does he want to go somewhere else? Because Denver was mentioned. So that whole situation, and then remember the memes that were, you know, the last dance,
Yeah.
you know, the MJ and
The
Pippen,
Pip
and then,
thing, yeah.
and then this was supposed to be the last dance with the Packers. It didn't work out as they
No,
wanted.
they did not get the ring.
So they didn't get the ring, but I think that was a big story, you know, talking about like maybe the best duo over the last few years. They just
Breaking up.
couldn't get it done, and
Yeah.
then they broke up because it was basically because Rodgers didn't know what he wanted to do.
Surprised you didn't say the Cowboys choke again in the playoffs.
Hey man, happens a lot. Happens a lot. So
Kidding.
I'll believe when I see it.
For me, I really like seeing that there's teams that were
Underdogs?
Underdogs.
Bengals went to the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's your boy Tua,
Yeah.
his redemption story this year.
All of that stuff is very much my speed. Okay, then we're gonna move on to the best game ever. I remember that there was that one game. What was it that everybody was like, "This is the best game"? In
The Bills,
Casey.
Vikings.
Yeah.
No, for me of the year, if we're starting from start of 2022, KC Buffalo.
No, yeah,
It
the
doesn't get better than
divisional
that.
game.
It doesn't get better.
The
That
divisional.
is the best game.
Yeah,
I've watched.
that hand down is the best.
The 13 seconds,
Yeah.
the thing, you know, Gabe Davis scoring late. I thought the game was over. I thought Bills probably going to Super Bowl
That's
now.
the best game.
To me, this is what you call a classic.
That was an instant clap. But if I want to be different and pick another one, because I do that's the best one, another great game, the wild card round when the 49ers rolled into
Really?
AT&T
Really?
and
Really?
you know, Debo was running.
Game of the year?
No, this brought me a lot of happiness because I saw the Cowboys lose.
See this
But
guy?
think about how crazy I've grown over years. See this, guys? They always talk about New Year, New Me. I've grown over the last 12 months. In January, right, I wanted the 49ers to roll in and beat the Cowboys. And now I want the Cowboys to roll into
That is
Levi
right.
Stadium and beat the Cowboys. I'm sorry, beat the 49ers in the playoffs. That tells you how much I've grown over the years.
He wants
Love
us to
to
be
see
Purdy,
it,
so
yeah.
hopefully.
And Brock Purdy.
Okay, the last but not least, your best draft pick.
Seattle's class.
Seattle, yeah.
Their whole class. You're looking at Bryant, you're looking at Cross, you're looking at Woolen. Like, this was a fantastic job done after that Russ deal.
I feel like you can't argue with that. Like, look how
he's-
happy you are.
he's
With that.
spitting-
can't, though.
spitting them- he's
You really
spitting
can't, though,
facts.
because these rookies have helped them possibly make a playoff
Yeah.
spot. You know? You're talking about, yes, the Jets, they did a good job, but I think the Seahawks did better, to be honest with you.
I can't stop smiling right now, man. I can't smile off my face. Seattle had the best draft class, and it's the foundation of a new dynasty that's being reborn.
Yeah.
But I will say this, though.
You guys got, what, 2 top 10s this upcoming year?
Well,
right?
I mean,
Or
it could
possibly.
be. It depends how we
Possibly,
finish.
yeah.
We definitely got one top 10 with
But,
the Broncos.
hey, man.
If again, I agree with you 1,000%, but I'm just another one for
Yeah.
context. It has to be, Sauce Gardner. I definitely think that. Even Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah,
Again,
that's good
great
pick,
pick.
good pick.
So one of those guys, I think. The rookie class for the quarterbacks this year has been
Been okay.
right?
Not
so
really.
it hasn't been the best. So I'm not
Kayvon.
Kayvon,
Yeah.
Your
Kayvon,
boy,
Kayvon,
he's playing well.
playing very
he is
well. So
playing very well.
yeah, I think. But Seattle's draft class was
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys. And thank you all for tuning in. Join us next time on Homestand NFL.